When you take time to do your inner work, the success that you want comes easily. And that's the way it is with entrepreneurship and any kind of success you want in life or business. But with entrepreneurship, your business is directly correlated with how you are and how you feel. If you haven't taken the time to take care of yourself, to do what's important to you, and build the foundations from the ground up, then your business will be something that's either hard work or that doesn't work out. So focus on being aware of your own mindset about your work, your business, your life in general, and start with that. Start from the ground up. Start with a solid foundation so that the success you want in your business comes easily, so that the pieces fall into place, so that it's not a chaotic mess. It's not a struggle where you have to work hard every day to keep it afloat. It's something that is fun for you and easy and flows naturally, and the right clients and employees and people of all sorts that are going to benefit your business and be benefited by your business will come easily to you in an effortless way, so that your business thrives and creates abundance for yourself and for anyone that's involved. This is how a business really is the best that it can be, so that it can really be an example for what others are wanting in their life, for an example of the value that you can be in your life. I am in a spot where there's some mosquitoes. We got a little distracted there for a minute. So really, when we're building a business, underlying the products, the services that we are providing, we are wanting to be of value in some way to others. We feel inspired, we feel passionate. At least that's the optimum way to do it. If you're not feeling inspired or passionate about the product or service, it may be better to look for something that you're feeling inspired and passionate about. So when you come at it from that approach, that you want to be of value to others, not just what can make me the most money, what is the business that's going to be the most profitable in this decade, or in what AI, or solar, or something that just seems like what other people are doing that has worked out for them. I mean, it can be fun to try on those ideas and see if that's something that interests you. But the best way to build a business is to do what you're passionate about. And so part of the thing that can get you there is by recognizing that that's possible. Some people have a belief system, a mindset that they can't do what they love and make the money that will provide them a good lifestyle. And that's really important to accept that you can. And if you need to, start looking outside in the world and see the many examples of people that are doing what they're really passionate about, that are living happy lives and are making a tremendous amount of money, or even just a really comfortable lifestyle, and that's something that they're good with. And when you see that and you can recognize that and start changing your belief system to that you can do what you love and make money, that is a first step. And if you don't believe that money is good, or you believe that it's evil to have a lot of money, that's another mindset that you may need to shift to be able to create a business that's really flourishing, to be able to thrive and be successful in your business. Because if you don't have a good relationship with money, then how are the clients that are going to pay you that money going to be able to come to you and give you the money that is going to be in correlation to the value that you have to offer? And the other one is confidence. To have confidence in yourself, confidence in your worth, confidence in your value, confidence that you have something to offer others. And this is something that I at times have not been really in a good relationship with, and I've struggled with. And all of these things that I mentioned are things that I had to work on in myself to get to a good place where my beliefs matched what I desired in my life. And there's times that I didn't realize my own value. I didn't realize my worth enough to be able to ask for what I wanted from others, to be able to receive the paychecks that I wanted, because I didn't fully recognize my own value as a person. And I still created a really wonderful business in many ways, and it thrived more and more as I realized my worth as a person. And part of that was learning how to delegate, learning how to put other people into positions that I didn't want to do. And part of that was the belief that I didn't have to work hard, or I didn't even have to work on the business that much to have a really thriving business. I made almost $1 million a year from a business that I did very little in, that was mostly ran by my managers, multiple different managers on different businesses, and by employees. I've had hundreds of different employees, and they did all the manual labor, the most of the work they did, while I focused on my inner work, while I took time to look at my beliefs, to look at my mindset, to take care of my body, to eat well, to exercise, to do the things that I needed to do to be a good leader. And you need to be able to accept that that is important. What you're doing is important. Those people are not less than you. They just have their own, their place where they are right now. They have what's right for them, their own belief systems, and right now what they're doing on the business is what's right for them. But you need to have someone with a vision. You need to have someone that brought this vision to life, to have those pieces of it's like if you think of a family tree or something, you need somewhere for that family tree to have started. And a visionary, a founder, a leader, an entrepreneur is the person that is at the top of that family tree. And that gives the opportunities to all those other people underneath it, of the founder, of the visionary, of the entrepreneur. So your place in this is very important, and it's really important for you to stay in a place that you are really solid in yourself, that you're solid in your vision, that you're working on the business instead of in the business. And at first, this is taking it maybe a step too far for some people, because at first you may need to be working in the business more. This comes with some time. I did the business for a long time before I was able to delegate managers, or at least a while. I mean, I actually had managers relatively quickly, but before it was mostly ran by the managers, to put them into a pretty high power position. It took my own ability to let go. And I talked to a lot of other entrepreneurs about this, that they couldn't let go because they didn't know what else to do with their time. And that was one big thing, is they felt like it wouldn't get done right if they didn't do it. And yes, there's things that won't get as well done as what you're doing now, but as you learn to delegate, you can hire people that are even better at what they're doing than you are at what they're doing. And this is really important, to hire people that are even better at you than you at certain skills. So when you can choose to take that step back and accept that there's other people that can do what you're doing better from their place, or at least good enough that it's worth paying them and taking that cut above that for your position in the business, you might be taking a smaller cut, but then you have that free time and your business is able to grow so much more, and you are able to grow as a person because of that. And so starting with the ground layer of you taking care of yourself is the most important thing. And I went off on a little bit of a tangent here, I realized, with going into delegation and all this, but my point of all this is that the most important thing is that you take care of yourself first from the get-go. Even when you're working in the business, it's so important for you to do this in a way that doesn't take away from your core well-being of your mind, of your body. You need to be building it from the inside out if you want this to really thrive and be successful. So start with the internal work, start with your mindset, start with your emotional foundation, your emotional balance, being in a good place in yourself. A lot of people don't realize that value and attitude, emotions are directly correlated. If you are an angry person most of the time, or a frustrated person, or whatever it is, if you're in these negative spaces a lot of times, then you can't be of value to others in the way that you want to be. And if you're a happy person and you're really living an amazing life and you're in a good place in yourself, then your value to others is exponential. People want to be around that. It's intoxicating in a really good way, because you are this person that shines bright and is an inspiration to those around you. So start with that first, make that the priority, and then build the business from that. Do what you're passionate about. Stay in a place where you are feeling good about yourself, good about your life, and watch the business flourish from there.